What's going on, YouTube? This is First Card 21 and welcome back to a new video. As promised, in my last sub box opening video, I did get a recent PSA return. I got 25 cards here, and believe it or not, I got the grade I was hoping for. I got a couple cards here on the side, give you a little preview of some of the stuff we're getting.
You're watching Sports Cards with Don and Eddie.
We do have one football card, plus some other random stuff. A lot of this is PC wise, Tim Duncan wise, plus I think I do have some stuff that I pulled. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start off with this first one here. You might recall me opening up this Goodwin Champions hobby box. We actually got this Bryce Young orange prism here. PSA 10. That is numbered out of 499. Kind of wondering what's going to happen with him. I'm probably going to hold that to the start of the season. Maybe there'll be some hype.
Minimum 2,000.
Really excited about the orange prism. Next up, we got the one card that, if you all remember, I think it was my last PSA return. I was hoping to get a certain grade on a certain card. Well, you know what? We did it, guys. We did it, right? So we actually got the Tim Duncan Topps rookie here. Last time we got a PSA 2. So you know what? We actually got the PSA 1, right? So that actually completes the PSA rainbow. We have 1 through 10 of the Tim Duncan Topps rookie. Pop 1. Actually put a hole in this one. Crease the card. Guaranteed us to get a PSA 1. If you want to get yourself a PSA 1, do those two things and guaranteed you should at least get a PSA 1 if not an authentic. Hopefully you get a PSA 1, just like myself here. Definitely stoked to have gotten that back. Next up, we got another rookie, Tim Duncan rookie. This one I thought was going to do a little better than this. We got a PSA 8.
Fleer!
Kind of not sure what all was wrong with this one. I feel like maybe the grader was pulling a Chad.
Chad here is addicted to fentanyl. His woman is cheating on him.
Wasn't very excited about grading a PSA 1. And I feel like half of this stack might have been graded by somebody, and the other half got graded by a much better grader. But PSA 8 there. This card, I've actually submitted at least one, if not two other ones of this same card. It's another Tim Duncan rookie. But we got the Bowman Best Refractor.
Look at all these great rookie cards.
I cannot seem to get this in a PSA 10. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to just crack them both out. Hopefully, one of these days I'll get a PSA 10. This actually is, I believe, my second one of these. I do have the Atomic Refractor in the PSA 10. I am needing this regular refractor in the PSA 10 for my set. Alright, so we got a little newer stuff here. Our first Tim Duncan PSA 10.
Oh!
This is actually first year Panini Prism. We got the MVP.
On the dance floor!
I've been sending a lot of older Prism stuff. Hopefully get 10s. Lucky enough to get one here. I do want to get the 2012 regular Prism, right? So I do have two PSA 9s in that card. One day, maybe if I ever find one, I'll help put one of those towards a PSA 10. All right, so next up we got a couple cards that are actually kind of surprised on the grading because I thought these were looking pretty good. And like I said earlier, maybe Chad wasn't excited about having to grade a PSA 1.
He has a distorted brain chemistry because of all this stuff.
And he was like, you know what? I'm going to take it out on this guy. Send me up a busted card to grade. I'm going to give him some bad grades. We got a 2013 Crusade teal here, PSA 8. And I was actually pretty thorough in my review on these. Definitely was not expecting a PSA 8. That's a real big bummer. Definitely going to crack that out. And then we also got, even worse, PSA 7. I don't know if Chad just didn't have a good night last night whenever he graded my cards or what it was.
And he is very mad at the world. So he's this guy that gives you your PSA 5s in your orders, PSA 7s.
Man, Chad, you should be ashamed of yourself giving my Tim Duncan's PSA 7s and PSA 8s. One is out of 249, the other one's out of 349. Definitely going to probably crack these out. Do a little... Maybe we'll crack these out, see what they get next time. So next time I do a submission, I don't plan on sending in a messed up card. So hopefully those will come back better in the future. Now, I guess Chad must have been feeling bad about those last cards because he gave me a pretty nice grade on this Joel Embiid. I think I actually pulled this from a pack, and I might have pulled it from a sub box. It looks like there's a scratch there on the slab. Maybe there's not. We actually got a PSA 10. Thanks, Chad.
Rookie card.
Must have brightened up his day. Maybe he's a 76ers fan. He's like, man, that guy submitted a Joel Embiid MVP PSA 10 he should get, right? So thank you, Chad. But then Chad must have not been a fan of the Warriors. We got a Steph Curry here. You might realize, hey, didn't you pick that up at a recent card show? I did. I thought this actually was looking pretty good. Well, my eyes must have deceived me.
What an idiot.
Or maybe Chad fell off the wagon for a brief second because he gave me another PSA 7. Man, this first half of this submission was probably the worst I've ever submitted. I was actually really surprised in the overall percentage at the end. Believe it or not, you would think I was going to get like 10% gems based on what we've seen already. It does get better, I'll tell you that. Maybe half my cards are graded by a nice grader.
Manuel here, he just got out of jail.
Who has a nice job, likes his job at PSA. And then the first half was graded by fentanyl user Chad. Next up we got more Tim Duncan PC stuff. Crusade Camouflage, PSA 8. Crusade cards are definitely hard to grade. I think I've submitted one or two in a previous submission, and they came back 10s. But not this time. Nope, not this time. However, this one did come back a 10. We got the Excalibur Blue. Think this is numbered
Low production run.
out of 199. Nice. Thank you, Chad. Maybe this wasn't Chad. Maybe it was that other grader. My submission must have been graded by two guys because look at this. Look at that.
Folks, this is nuts.
Crusade Camo. PSA 10. That is not numbered. Like I said, the grades do get better.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
Can't complain a whole lot. I mean, Steph Curry, if that came back at 10, I was probably going to sell it. I don't know. I might just crack it, put it in the PC. We'll see. We got a Darren Fox
Rookie card.
red and yellow. I think I might have pulled this a long time ago. I just had it in my Darren Fox stack. Figured, you know what, let's just see what she gets. And she got a 9, unfortunately. Find that even worth the grade or the submission. It was worth a chance. Moving on, more Prism stuff for my guy. We actually got a lot of 2018 Prism. I am working on the complete rainbow of PSA 10s. Unfortunately, the fast break came back a 9. It's out of 125. We got the choice here. We did get 110. That is numbered out of 88. Put that there. See how these are going here.
What is that special card called that's in every other pack that looks like a Prism card?
Fast break Prism. I don't think I had this one. I can't remember. I just submitted a lot of 2018 stuff. And if I do got them, I'm probably going to just end up selling them. Help fund some more PC stuff. We got the Hyper. This one I do got into PSA 10, so definitely going to be selling that one. I probably won't even get back to the cost of the submission. I think it came out to like $18 or something like that.
That's nothing.
A submission for these. PSA 8. It has to be the centering. That centering top to bottom is pretty bad. That is numbered out of 199. Put that in the third stack there. Got a purple wave. PSA 9. Alright, what do we got here? We got 6 cards left. I do have another submission out there. I have noticed they've been coming back roughly around a month or so. I do use a group submitter. I find it easier. It's a local guy. I've actually been submitting with him for now it's like 4 years, something like that. back even before PSA went on their hiatus for months. Purple Ice PSA 10. So shiny, so sparkly. Oh, I forgot. That was jersey number. Nice.
This thing is so cool.
Even better. Even better. I do have some of these 18 and some of the years that are jersey number. I think I had the Red Wave that's out of 299 that came back a 9, so I'm probably going to definitely crack that one and try to get that a PSA 10. Definitely stoked to get this one. PSA 10. We're going to put that right there on the top. Fast break. Pink. This is number out of 50. Yep, out of 50. 46 out of 50. Like I said, the grades have gotten better. They must have been submitted to another grader.
He's very happy to be at a career job such as PSA, getting his life back on track.
And must have had a fabulous evening the night before.
He has a loving family at home.
These grades, can't complain a whole lot, especially after getting more 10s so far. Pink Pulsar. I think this is out of 42. Yep, 18 out of 42. Pink Pulsar. I gotta definitely do like a 2018 Prism reveal of all the PSA 10s I got. Would that give me another 5? I might have one of those. Maybe the fast break. I don't have the other ones that I'm sure of. Definitely wish these other ones came back 10s, at least more of them.
They've done studies, you know.
More than 50%.
It works every time.
10s for the 2018, I'll take it. I think this whole submission came out to roughly just over 50%, or maybe exactly 50%. Because not even counting that PSA 1 that I purposely damaged myself.
What a loser!
I got 12 out of 24, right? So 50% seems to be the average of a lot of submissions nowadays. And maybe the grader was like, you know, the first half he got 10%, so we got to give 90% for the rest.
That doesn't make sense.
We got a Raise the Banner Gold. Was hoping this came back a 10. I was hoping all these obviously come back a 10, but I did submit some other gold stuff in my last submission. A lot of those came back PSA 10s out of certified here. One thing I noticed too is that these slabs are definitely feeling a little different, and I've kind of cracked some other stuff that I've gotten back recently, and the slabs are definitely harder to crack. Like the plastic is like a flexible type of plastic, so it doesn't quite snap as well. So you gotta kind of like work it to just kind of even get into the slab. PSA is doing whatever they can to make sure that you mess up your cards if you're trying to crack them. They're definitely trying their hardest to prevent you all from cracking and resubbing. All right, so we got 2 cards left here. I typically try to do a PSA submission reveal roughly around every other month or so. I think the last one I did was like a month. I typically try to submit anywhere between 20 to 40 cards, something like that, depending on what I got, what I've opened up, what I've pulled. And if y'all haven't subscribed, please do so. Don't forget to hit the notification bell down below. Get notified every time I post. All right, so we got 2 cards here. Like I said, in the back there, give you a little idea of what we got. So we got the Reactive Blue back there. We got the 15 out of 15 here. And we got the 25 out of 25 here. You can see a little eBay 101s there.
That is a Tesla!
Right, and then luckily both of these came back PSA 10s, right? So that's actually a very nice way to end this off. So stoked on a lot of these cards. Not so stoked on some of the other cards. Of course, I'd have to say my absolute favorite out of all of these is none other than the Pop 1 PSA 1, right? To go with a complete rainbow. I definitely got to post a new picture of the whole PSA rainbow on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, I do leave it down below. Check me out on Instagram. I typically try to post some of my PC stuff on there. We're going to go ahead and end off with that one right there. Hopefully y'all staying safe out there. Y'all take care. Have a good day. And thanks for watching.